Good morning, students, and welcome you all to Zenith Academy Online. Myself, Irfan Jaipuri, teacher for Social Studies subject at Zenith Academy. As I have explained to you earlier, this is a series of YouTube videos for Class 5 CBSE Board Social Studies subject. And this is part 2 of Chapter 2 of Maps are Guides. In our earlier video, we understood what is a map, what is a piece of paper which is called map and how it is important and what are its utilities. Now in this part, we will study about different types of maps, okay, which are available and how each type of maps gives different kind of information. So students, let's move forward. So here I have given you pictures of two bungalows, two homes, and both the bungalows have fences. So these are fences, if you can see this. Now what does fences do? It gives you an idea about your area and the neighboring area. Okay, so when you put a fence, it is very clearly saying it is my area, and the area which is outside the fence is a neighboring area, okay, and it is also called as borders. Now we will understand, taking that same concept ahead, how it is useful in a map. So students, I have taken picture of the globe, two different pictures of globes. One globe gives you an outline of the entire map, okay, and the other globe gives you the outline of every country because it has shown in the proper borders. So if you look here, this is where India is on the globe. It gives you clear idea how India is segregated or different from other countries because there is proper borders which is drawn. Here, if you see, there is no borders between different countries. It is just one single picture of the entire world. Hence, once you draw borders, you can differentiate between one country and another country. So students, let's just move forward. Here I have taken the map of the entire world. Different countries with different borders is very clearly shown here. Let's go back to India again, our own country. It is very clearly shown where India is and how borders are marked. Okay, we go to Sweden. We go to Finland, okay, we go to, let's say, Kazakhstan. Now what does this do? It tells you again, like fences, this is my country, this is the neighboring country. My country will be ruled by my government, the neighboring country will be ruled by the neighboring government. Hence, the map on which there are boundaries drawn, and who decides the boundaries? The government of every country. And also United Nations plays a very important role in deciding the boundaries of every land. Now, when you have such information on a map, with every boundary being clearly defined, with borders defined, such a map is called a political map. So students, parents, please remember, a map where there is clear boundaries is called a political map. And who decides the boundaries? The government of every country. So this, remember, this is a political map. Now we see the political map of our country. So again, let me write here, this is a political map of India. Like a world map, every state of our country is also in a map. Political map is clearly defined by its boundaries. So this is Madhya Pradesh, this is Maharashtra. The borders are clearly defined. Maharashtra area is ruled and governed by Maharashtra government, Madhya Pradesh by Madhya Pradesh government, similarly Gujarat by Gujarat government, Rajasthan by Rajasthan government, but very clear definition, demarcation of the boundaries. Hence, this is again a political map of India. In this country-wise political map, you also get to see the different countries that have borders with a particular country. Like our country here, Nepal. Clearly tells you where Nepal is, what is his boundary. Let's take an example of Bhutan, Bangladesh, and the bigger country, China. Clearly tells you where is China, where is India, where is the border. Now what is this called? Political map. So this is a political map of India, our country. So let us now go to the very interesting and different type of a map. Now in a political map, students, parents, you learn how borders are defined. That gives you idea about your area and the neighboring area, different cities, different important locations in the map. But a physical map gives you an idea about the earth features of that particular land. So again, here we have taken the example of our own country. Now, earth features is where are the mountains, hills, forests, lakes, rivers, oceans. Very important to understand the climate of a particular country. You need to have the physical map. It also gives you different climatic regions in different parts of the country. So let me take an example here. Now if you see this, what is this called? Let us write it here. Physical map. Now if you see this map and if you see this part, there is a lot of undulations here. Now what are undulations? Undulations are mountains which have been raised up. Okay, on a map these are undulations to clearly show that there are mountains, hill ranges out here. Now what are these mountains? Let us study that also. This is the Great Himalayas. So students, I would love you to understand and get more knowledge about different earth features of our land. This is not part of your textbook, but I would love to show all these things also here. So this is Himalayas. The undulations are shown here on the physical map. Similarly, there are undulations here. There are mountain, which clearly shows that there are mountain ranges here also. Hills, not as great or not as big as Himalayas, but yes, good ones. This is Western Ghats. Similarly, there are some small undulations in this part of the country also, which is very clearly shown on the physical map. Now, what are these mountain ranges? These are called Aravalli Range. So students, the first thing that we learn in the physical map are undulations, that are the mountain ranges on our country. Then we study something else. This part is plain and barren, which is very clearly shown on the physical map. Now what is this? This is the Great Thar Desert. So students, we have mountain ranges, then we have the Great Thar Deserts, then there are certain dense green part here also. These are the great forest of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. So a physical map gives you the entire idea of the earth features. Similarly, it gives you the idea about the oceans surrounding a particular country. Let's say this is the Bay of Bengal on the eastern part of our country. Then on the southern part of the country is Indian Ocean. On the western part it is Arabian Sea. So this is how a physical map is useful. Now, studying a physical map, you can also study the different climatic regions, different crops that you can grow, different mines are there, different rivers that flows through the country, how important are the mountains. Okay, so this is the information that a physical map gives you. Okay, so students and parents, let us move to the next slide. The next slide is something which what I have done is I have just done a comparison between a political map and a physical map of our country. This is a political map. Again, let's revisit. This is a physical map. Now, these are same country. It's our own country, but look at the difference in the map. You can very clearly see there's a big difference in the way the map is designed. A political map gives you idea about borders, cities, location, important locations, which state is controlled by which government. It gives you all the idea. So let us again write it here, political map. Okay, and this is a physical map which we just studied. So that's a big difference. Now you have understood, students. A physical map gives you the idea about features, and political map gives you idea about the borders. Okay. So students, this was all about maps, part 2 of chapter 2. We're going to make part 3 also. Yes, it is a very small chapter, but we have divided it into 3 different parts so that you all can understand and have a superb foundation laid now for you understanding maps when you go to class 6, 7, 8 from here. And knowing maps in detail really helps you in your further studies. It will be very important, very useful for you, which you will realize after 4-5 years. Okay, so students, as you all know, every video we come out with a quiz. If you know the answer of this quiz, please put it down in the comment box. Here I have put up a background of the world map. Okay, and there's something very interesting which is here, which is, what is this called? It is a compass. It is not your compass box, but this is a compass. Okay, it helps you navigate, find different directions and search your home or search for any place that you want. Okay, this was primarily used in the 14th, 15th, 16th century when there was no technology available. Mostly used by people used to go on ships, because in those times there were no aeroplanes. People used to move from one country to another country in ships. Okay, so compass is a very important tool. It is still used by a lot of people who go on exploration, who work in remote part of the world, in the jungles, in the mountains, in the oceans. Okay, the people still use compass, but now these compass are digital compass. Okay, so every compass has a north, south, east, west, and you know, in a earlier video, Mr. Jack Sparrow was using this compass. So let's come back to the quiz. Okay, the quiz is, who was Mr. Ibn Battuta? Okay, that is the quiz. If you know the answer, please put it in the comment section. He was born in the 13th century, very important figure, a personality which changed the way people used to look at geography and history, especially geography of the world. So who is Ibn Battuta? That's the quiz this time around. So students, that's all in this video. If you like our video, please put a comment down. Do not forget to press the bell icon and subscribe so that you can continue to get notification when our new videos come out. And please share this video and channel to all your friends and all the students in your school. You can find us here, youtube.com/Zenith Academy Online. This is once again Irfan Jaipuri from Zenith Academy Online. Till we meet again in the next video, keep the learning on. Thank you. Bye-bye.